Good evening. Thank you very much for coming here this evening, and it's now my turn to tell you the story. Okay, my name is Leela. I am a teacher. I try to teach, and this is something different I'm doing. Normally I'm in a classroom, and but an audience of like this is something different. How many of you want to do something special in life? Yes? All hands up. Not just one hand, all hands up. What stops you from doing what you want to do? What stops you? Are you doing everything that you want to do, or is something stopping you? Is there a word called fear that stops us? Fear stops us? The unknown, not knowing, that dark thing up there which you have no idea, stops you from doing what you want to do. Does that happen to you? Happens to me sometimes, and it has happened a number of times. And I'd like to share with you 3 incidences, 3 occasions, 3 events where it has happened to me, and I have overcome those fears that I've had. Sometimes fear is a very little thing, but we make it a big issue, and then we have no idea how to get out of it. So my fear, this fear I had was in 2001. I left to Australia with my 2 sons and my partner who was going to do his PhD. So I said to him, I was pregnant when he got his chance to do his PhD with my second child, and he said to me, do you think you'd be able to go to Australia with me and look after the kids while I study? I had already done a degree in Australia, and I thought, yes, I know my life in Australia, what it's going to be like. So having 2 children and living a life there would be easy peasy. So I said, yes, 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 let's go. And off we went, and when we left, my eldest son was 3 years old, and my little one was just 4 months. When I had my second son, I had 2 maids helping me here. I had my whole family. I live in an extended family. The whole family helped me. Basically, I wasn't doing much. So I go off to Australia, Sydney, and I found that I was doing everything. Cooking, cleaning, looking after the kids, and on top of it, there was this fear. Fear of not being able to do things by myself, which was something very new to me. I am the kind of independent person who likes to do things all by myself. And there I was, sitting in a house, in a flat, 2-bedroom flat, and I had no way of going out if my partner was not there with me. I needed that help. I needed somebody to help me with my 2 children. And that was sort of bringing me down, and I could see the walls caving in, and I thought, I cannot live like this for 4 years. I just came here, it's just a month, and I have 4 years to live here, and if I'm going to be this, it's gone. I did not want that happening to me. So I sat down and I thought, what is my biggest fear? Then I realized that what was holding me back was the fact that if I wanted to go anywhere on a bus, the fear of taking my 2 children with me, going on the bus with the pushchair, the pram, and the bags and everything, and not being able to go in before that door closes. I kept seeing a door closing. And then I thought, nah, that door is not going to stop me. So I decided I was going to go on my first trip alone. And this was a trip that's going to take me 1 hour, 1 long hour. What I needed to do was walk 10 minutes to the bus stand, catch a bus to the train station, catch 2 trains to the place where I was going. Some Maldivians lived in a suburb, and another 10 minutes walk. So I thought, I'll get rid of my pushchair, which is my biggest fear. So I left it at home, but because I had a 3-year-old and a 4-month-old, I had to carry a big bag. Really big bag, because it was one whole day I was going to be away. So I packed my bag, had it on my shoulder, my little one here, and I said to the 3-year-old, hold me here and never let go. And as soon as we got on the train, my little one started crying. So like for 1 whole hour, I was trying to calm him down, and I was worried about people looking at me, disturbing others. And by the time I went to the train station, to the end of my journey, I was exhausted. But I cannot explain to you this joy I had. It was just that trip which changed me. I knew that day that if I wanted to do anything, if I'm really, really wanting to do something, I can do it. And it was just that trip. What is it? Then I decided, after this incident, I was in Australia for 1 year, and I decided it's now time for me to do my master's. And I still had my 2 children. Now the eldest was 4, and the other one not even 2, and I decided I want to study. The plan was for the youngest to go to daycare so that he can stay there while I studied, and he had absolutely a different idea. He decided he's not going to stay in daycare. He kept crying so loud, the people at the daycare said, take him home. I got scared again. So I couldn't see me doing all my 13 assignments in the 14 weeks that the university was giving me. I had a lot to read, and I had him to look after as well again. He had decided not to go and be looked after by anyone else. He said to me, if anyone can do it, you can. You are the most organized person I know, and what else is scaring you? And I said, failing units. So he said, you are doing this, you are paying for it on your own, so why bother about the failing part? Stop thinking about the failing part and do it. So I thought, yes, I'll give it a go. And I decided I'll make sure all my assignments are done 1 week before it's due. So I had this plan, everything organized, and I started working, because that meant if any of my boys fell sick, I'll have time to finish my assignments. And really proud to tell you that I did not ask for any extension in the assignments that I did, but conquering the fear is what made me do it. I come back to Mali, start working at the Faculty of Education, and very recently I wanted to do something different again, a road carnival. I wanted my students from the university to go out on the street, take stalls onto the street, go the route that the demonstrators go, but doing something different. And I had this thought, and I went and shared it with my family. And actually the 2 people I talked to are here, and they said to me, what my thinking was, go on the street, have 6 stops, stop there, and my students perform. So this means I'm taking 26 stalls on the street, and each stall will do a presentation, a story, something, drama, anything, for 3 minutes, and we'll go walking again. They told me, you can't do it. And then they told me all the reasons why I can't do it. All right, so what you really need to know here is that not to be scared. Find out the reason why you are scared, what scares you, and find a solution to it. Most of the time it's very simple. Thank you for listening.